Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me today. I'm really excited to do today my first review, and I'm reviewing something I know and love very, very much and very well because I've been wearing this shoe for over 5 years. Now, it's not the specific shoe I've been wearing, but this brand, and it's Xero Shoes. I really believe they have completely up-leveled my health and my style. So I want to talk about that today. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Tumi. I'm a medical doctor. I've been practicing yoga for 20 something years, 25 plus years, with yoga teacher training experience, which I want to talk about for this review. And I'm a dancer, and all this plays a big role in talking about foot care. So if you're interested in this kind of content, press like and subscribe, and let's get started. So, first thing I want to say is that most people in this day and age still are wearing things on their feet that are hijacking their health. They really are taking away from their feeling of wellness as well as the posture. So in yoga, we learn that the feet can form a really beautiful base. All 4 points of the feet form this base that help to support the ankles. The knees is another foundation, the hips, and then also the shoulders. So the entire spine is really based on how well your feet are in relationship to the ground, in relationship to proper alignment. And a lot of shoes in this modern day and age really do that a disservice. And so slowly over time, you can see issues with back pain, knee pain, hip pain, shoulder pain, spinal posture issues. And the thing about it is many people may not have foot pain before these issues start coming on. So even if you may not be having foot pain, the footwear you are wearing might be, again, setting you up for issues later on. And I see this all the time with patients and clients in clinic and in my consultation sessions. So take a look at your feet and think about, what are you wearing? If you're wearing shoes that are overly cushioned, overly padded, or a lot of high heels, you could be setting yourself up for this. We as humans have really evolved to be barefoot. That's how we are in nature. That's how we have spent thousands and thousands of years evolving. Our feet are meant to be relaxed and open with spaces between our toes. And this really, again, sets us up for a wonderful foundation. Now, it is true that we can't always be barefoot in nature, although I've talked a lot on this channel about the health benefits of grounding with barefoot walking. But when you can't do that because you want to protect your sole, their feet soles, whether you're in a grimy city or you're in a place with sharp rocks, you're hiking, we need a shoe. And so this is why I love barefoot shoes. And barefoot shoes really give you the opportunity to not have too much cushioning and to really think about the feet position, the feet width, and feet alignment to support all of those things. And I think Xero Shoes does an amazing job. I just recently became an affiliate with the company, so I will have a link down below around that if you want to purchase the shoe. But I didn't become an affiliate until, again, about 5 years after just wearing their shoe. I love it that much. So I want to talk a little bit about the shoe. So one thing I want to say first is that I literally have 3 pairs of shoes. Right now I only have two because during my pregnancy I haven't been wearing my heels at all. I don't have them anymore. And I love my heels, but I wear them for very short periods of time on very rare special occasions. And this shoe is what I'm wearing like 99% of the time. So it's one of 3 pairs of shoes, and I love it for so many reasons. The first reason I'm going to mention might seem kind of strange, but I love the way it looks and I love the style of it. I can get away with this being one of the 3 pairs of shoes I have because it goes with everything. I recently did a video showing me wearing lots of different outfits from just 5 items. This was one of the 5 items. I wear this shoe with everything. You can dress it down, but you can also make it super elegant. I've worn it to art openings and it looks beautiful. If you have a little bit of ankle jewelry or toe jewelry with this, you don't have to. But my point is, it looks beautiful. Now let's get into functionality, because that's also really important, probably more important. So I love the lightweightness of it. It's so great as a minimalist to have a shoe that is so lightweight. I don't usually even pack the shoe, but the times that I have, if I'm wearing a closed toe shoe, I'm wearing my heels, and it needs to go into my luggage, no space whatsoever this takes. I also love, I talked about the style and the versatility of it, the lightweightness of it. I love the material. Now, this is rubber, but this company, I think, is really mindful about how it sources its materials, the Xero Shoes. So I feel like it's an ethical brand. I also really like that it doesn't stain, right? So I've had barefoot shoe. I tried another barefoot shoe during this 5 years for a little bit of time that was lovely, but it had a cloth covering, specifically a fabric, a hemp covering, which was lovely, but would stain so much and stain easily. And you don't get this issue with Xero shoes, with these shoes. I love the flexibility of these straps, and you can adjust them in the back. Now, my husband, my sweetheart, has been a little bit annoyed about the straps because sometimes for him they flap. I haven't had that problem. For me, when I adjust it, it's pretty stable, but I did want to mention that. But you can get a really good, nice, snug fit here while being open-toed, and again, having your toes be relaxed in the shoe. Super easy to get in and out of, which I love also. And then the other thing I want to talk about is the thickness of the sole. So you can see how thin it is, which again is so important. When you have this, you're basically mimicking the barefoot experience. And one thing I didn't speak about before, but it's so important to mention, is that when you're barefoot or close to it as possible, you're able to get great feedback from the ground underneath the shoe to tell you if you need to make micro adjustments to your feet or to your ankle position, and that helps to protect posture, that helps to prevent injuries. And so I think a lot of actually overly cushioned feet, a lot of overly cushioned shoes, and also heels can actually set you up for injury because you're not getting that feedback. You don't know how to move. And this comes, I think, a lot into play when you are hiking, when you are running. I dance in these sometimes for rehearsal if the ground is too hard, and I love that I'm able to still get feedback from the ground about how to move and how to adjust. So I feel like they're so comfortable. There's so many times I have the shoe on, I don't feel like I have shoes on, which was a big departure from the past when I had bigger, bulkier shoes. And I also think that they're great for, like I mentioned, hiking. Now, I will say that the grip is okay. It's pretty good. I think there's some shoes that maybe the grip is even stronger, but I've done a lot of hiking in these shoes with no problem. And I tend to have slippage issues in other shoes, especially when I'm going downhill. I don't find this to be a problem in this shoe, so that's great. For more hardcore hiking, I will use my Merrell closed-toe shoes that I feel like have a better grip. But again, for most of my hiking, I am using this. For almost virtually all my running, and before pregnancy, I was running, I could run 45 minutes an hour, 6 to 10 miles if I wanted to in these shoes, no problem. I do want to say also that I went from like really cushioned shoes to this. I didn't need a transition shoe, but I was also doing a lot of barefoot walking in the garden and as much as possible in nature when I could. So maybe that helped me get ready for this, but I did need a transitional shoe. If you feel like you need a transition shoe, I think try one out. And this is probably not a transition shoe for you if you're coming from, other shoes that are really highly cushioned. But like I mentioned, I came from that to this without any injuries, but I was also doing a lot of barefoot walking, and I do almost all my dance barefoot. So I did have that experience. If you don't have that, it might be a good idea to get a slightly thicker sole first, which I think Xero Shoes does have some brands or some models. This is Genesis, if I haven't mentioned. And I had a Muri Cloud also before that I also loved. But I think there's some thicker soles you can use. So I highly recommend this. Again, I will leave a link in the description down below to check out the Xero Shoe website and purchase yours or give it as a gift. It's a beautiful holiday gift for someone. They look beautiful with socks. So even if you're in the winter climate, don't worry. You can still wear that and rock that. And that's what I have to say. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe and share the video with anyone you think might benefit from it. And I send you so much love. Happy walking, happy dancing, happy feet.